everybody, and welcome to Wednesday Night Live. I am your host, Tom Bruno, as always, every Wednesday, coming right at your face at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, sure, why not? Anyways, let's bring in a lot of my friends, because you know what we do every single Wednesday? We come together, like the Beatles said. That's what we do. Not in the gross way either. Coming all the way from Louisiana, let's bring our good friend, Miss Ori Kemba.
What's up? Hey, what's up?
Are you swatting bees?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like,
cool.
oh, the bees! Like Nicolas Cage and shit,
I'm in Louisiana. We probably have like something that's trying to eat me right now, and I just don't
Probably.
know.
You just can't see it. You're like, we've read Dresden, so we're like, everything's unseen and you can't get it all. Fairies.
Dead.
Yeah,
Voodoo.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And for everyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, doesn't matter, because it's so fucking geeky, you can't handle it.
Look it up. Look up Louisiana.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the thing they don't understand is Louisiana. All right, let's get some class in this motherfucker. Coming all the way from Shrewsbury, UK, at 5'1", at 200 pounds, Mr. Alex Wiley.
And that's just my dick.
Yeah, it's true. It's so big. It's so big. Why they put that on your driver's license, I don't know, but it's very impressive.
Yeah. Stand back, officers. He's very well endowed. Okay.
He's concealing a weapon, guys.
What have you got in your pocket? It's me dick. Okay, don't shoot me.
It's me dick. So the problem is, like, I was gonna give you some prize fighter stats, but that tells you how much fighting I've actually watched. I was like, what do fighters look like? They're short, right? They're short and 200 pounds of muscle. It's all muscle, by the way.
Well,
it's
not.
not.
If you're Conor McGregor, you're lying in the hospital right now.
Because all that malk you're drinking. Speaking of malk, here comes a guy that probably knows more about Simpsons than he does his father or mother. I don't know. He's a good guy. Let's welcome Mr. David Rabe.
That is accurate. Yeah. Hello, everyone.
I don't even know who my dad is.
Well, yeah.
Neither do I. My dad's some guy that visited one time from a faraway galaxy and impregnated my mother with one of those devices you can buy offline with the eggs. Like,
are
one of those
you
things.
Secretly Star-Lord?
Yeah.
I
Right?
wish. Yeah, but then my dad would have to like stick cancer in my mom's head and stuff, and that's not cool, right? That's not cool. You don't do that.
Your alternate universe, your variant.
Ooh, variant. That's a secretive word to be. Well, it's not that secret.
Your dad's Snake Plissken, bro?
Yeah.
Snake. We are going to get into some spoiler-free Loki talk later as well, so stick around. We're not going to spoil anything for you. If anything, we're going to sell the show for you. If you haven't watched it, by the way, if you haven't watched it, sacrilege, right? You're going straight to hell because you're a heathen. You didn't jump on this shit straight away.
Going straight to hell anyway, so yeah.
Right.
Or
fine.
you shared something, I don't know if it was yesterday, I don't know if it was fake or if it was real, Christians against Loki. Was it real or was it fake?
So somebody in my the Geeky Vengeance group shared Christians against Loki, and it's a legit thing.
Wait,
It's
what?
totally a thing. It's
Amazing.
a total
Hilarious.
thing. So I joined just to kind of like, gauge what the group was kind of like.
Hey there, Jesus lovers. What's up, my Bible bangers?
Hi, I like Norse mythology, and you guys are getting mad about Loki. Okay.
I have a message for you.
Is that your Bible?
Didn't they already do this once before? Like, Christians against everything that's not
They
Christianity.
always do, yeah. Anything.
Yeah.
Anything pop culture that kind of like pops up, get it?
Well, I mean,
Anything that yeah.
No, you keep going. Me over talk sometimes. You keep going.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was so kind. So they kind of do this like for anything pop culture that pops up, especially anything coming out of the Marvel universe, because they think they can ride the coattails of whatever's out there to kind of like get their Christian message, jerky Christian message across, because I know some wonderful Christians out there and I love you. But these are those like super hyperbolic, jerky, not nice Christians who we don't like to associate with.
You
DC,
first.
DC,
Guy with glasses.
House Constantine likes to fuck demons. I mean,
It's true.
who
Who doesn't like to fuck demons?
I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
not-
Well, I mean, but here's the thing, though: is one, like, how can they be against like Marvel because they got Captain America and he believes in like God and he's all about being virtuous. So I can only imagine the group that's like Christians against Captain America, and people are like, what do you
Okay,
have
so
against America?
you'll never see anything like that except for like the new everybody is Captain America thing, like they're kind of against. But what their big thing on a lot of this is Captain America, who's American, supposed to be American values and old school values, exist in this world or timeline or whatever where all of these gods exist. And I mean, because Thor's a Norse mythology, big bad, big awesome, however you want to put it. So that's kind of like where they start to get really angsty, and they don't like Loki because, well, Loki is the god of mischief and lies and enchanting and everything that's my dark desires.
Which is very odd because Chris Pratt's very religious, right? He's part of one of the churches that's very much against the gays and stuff.
Is he?
Ooh.
Apparently so.
Yeah, but he's not. Like, he's...
But I don't understand how you can be part of a church like that and not have their values, because surely they'll be like, "Not today, sir. You're not our kind of people."
For the tax write off, Alex. For the tax write off. That's why exactly.
Not only that, like, okay, as a celebrity, sometimes you have to go to where you're not going to be bothered. Like, I
would
hate
be
to
a
put it.
Satanist.
I'm gonna join the Westboro Baptist Church because nobody goes there. I'm like, hey guys, this is my place.
The thing is,
Okay.
Tom, you had actually. Sorry, go on.
Go ahead. No.
No, I was going to say, Tom has been trying to say something for ages and we keep interrupting him.
Oh,
Is there
sorry,
something you want to
Tom.
add, Bruno?
No, you're not. You ain't interrupting me at all. I was just gonna say more things about like blah blah blah. But the thing is, like,
very good, Tom. Very good.
Yeah,
Well
thank
done.
you.
Well
Aren't
done.
you so glad you interrupted the whole show?
Yeah.
That made the
Well,
show what it is. It encapsulates everything.
I know. This is why we have all the sponsors, including ShaveMyBalls.com. ShaveMyBalls.com, guys.
I mean, you suck. Knock yourselves out if you want to. Smooth my balls.
Guys, I'm telling you right now, you need to have this as a sponsor.
Oh,
As
okay.
your social media person, look at me right now. Look at my eyes.
Do I
My
have to
eyes
shave my
places.
balls?
Well, okay, do it for you, suck. Tom, reach out.
I will. I'll reach out for my balls,
You can
and I
have-
will
you can have
say
to trim
these
it,
are
'cause
too these are too hairy for the world. I need you to trim them with your shavers. Let's talk about their elite model, which also fillets you at the same exact time. It's very, very appropriate.
Hold on. This is what you need to ask them. Does it also work on clams?
That's a good question. That's a good question. They
How
literally,
far in can you go?
it doesn't hurt at all, guys. Just ouch, ouch. It's
Is it
what's
Cut
wrong?
or tear? I'm worried about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Is it like a plucking system?
Yeah.
Is it a shaver? Is it like
just
a
hair
a
clippers for your
lipple, which kind of like kills the cells of the hair follicle? Like, I have questions.
They give you a shot of chemotherapy, and they're like, "Here you go. This is how you take care of your hair forever. We are good." Ryan Berger says nobody likes a hairy clam.
It's because you're not a
don't know.
man, Ryan.
Nobody likes a sandy clam either.
No.
No sand.
I don't know about. See, like, who's not fucking demons? That's a good question. But some people call it a demon in the sack. So I mean, is that like an old term? Is that like too
Well,
old?
hold on.
and
No,
we're
the
just
new term is Jedi in the streets, Sith in the sheets. So
I thought it was anime in the streets, hentai in the sheets.
I guess it depends on your fandom.
I don't like tentacles, so that can't be the case. They scare me.
I don't like if I'm gonna. If
You
I'm
have
gonna
no
look at,
adventure.
if I'm gonna look at porn, I'd rather not my characters or whoever it is I'm looking at not to look like a 12-year-old girl. In all honesty,
Oh, yeah,
hentai's
that's
fucked up. It's fucked up.
They have like really huge tits. I'm like, how does that? Oh.
David
Guess
knows a
what?
lot about this. Carry on, David.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like sometimes the animation is just like it's so crazy.
Well, like they have these huge boobs and like no butt, and then like these schoolgirl skirts, and then they have like skinny, piddly little legs, and you're like, how do you move? And when they run, like the bra physics just don't work for me.
They just don't.
I could go on for days.
Ryan says nobody likes a sandy clam, Q-sat, Anakin nudges. And I'm sorry, but in the hentai world, Anakin would go fucking nuts. He'd be like, younglings? Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
He would.
amazing.
Oh,
You try and tell me that hentai isn't aimed towards a particular audience.
Oh yeah, 100%. So
it's definitely.
So by the way, it's 4:00, guys. So everybody knows what that means. It means that my internet decides to fucking do harikiri. I keep seeing little symbol pop up. So if I start freezing, it's because I'm in carbonite and I can't do anything right now. It's
because we've been talking about Christianity, Chris Pratt, and hentai porn. That's why.
All in the same time. At least we didn't mention the dreaded
clams.
PG and clams. Well, I would figure that the internet would be okay with that, considering that it's 99% clams, and the rest of them jams. Speaking of jams, people know that like I get stuck on music sometimes. Like I'll listen to something new, then I'll listen to it over and over. I don't know if do you guys do that same thing? You'll find something new and listen to it a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. So you get on a phase, like on a Limp Bizkit phase, or a Linkin Park phase, or a Nirvana phase. Yeah.
So there's this song, it's Astronaut in the Ocean, and I don't listen to new music at all. Like that's not my jam. My jam is to listen to everything I listened to growing up, because that's what makes me happy. But it's a rap song, and the way that I got into it is they did a rock version of it, and it's so unbelievably stupidly catchy. And the visuals of it are just like, an astronaut in the ocean. Fucking, why does he think that? Is it because he feels that he's a person out of place, or he's prepared for something that's out of our universe?
Oh, God,
he's put. Well, that's what the song's about. Ore is about going deep in the ocean, and he's an astronaut, which is not his place. So if anyone is wondering what that song's about, go listen to Astronaut in the Ocean, and you'd be like, Tom's a fucking idiot. Why is he talking about this? This is so dumb.
The same way that you shouldn't downplay people's kinks. I don't think you should downplay people's music taste either. If that's what they want.
I'm not downplaying. I'm downplaying Tom.
Oh, thanks, Tori.
I love you. Oh, okay, not like that.
Oh, wait. What?
I have been listening to a lot of Blue October lately because we're speaking to the drummer at the weekend.
Which is amazing. I didn't remember who they were. And I was like, Blue October, why does that sound so familiar?
Yeah.
And then I put on the song, and it's like, hey, man, today. I was like, oh my God, I remember this song. Fuck yes, fuck yes, fuck yes. Good job, Kaz. Good job, Kaz.
Yes, thank you, Kaz, for doing that. Yeah, we're going to be speaking to the drummer, which is really good.
Awesome.
I'm really excited. I didn't know who they were. This is a weird thing. So sorry if you're looking at this. I guess at the weekend, but no, I didn't because I listen to music on like a compilation album, and if the song's great, I'll just hum along to it. And I've heard the song a few times because I do Naughty Talk. Look, it's in the background. And I put Naughty's music together, and Hate Me is one of the songs of the Naughties. It was crazy big songs. So.
It's so naughty.
So naughty, so naughty. So anyway,
So
Tom,
naughty.
you have what's that? What was that? Holly?
I said it's so naughty.
It is so naughty. So naughty.
So naughty, naughty. So yeah, I haven't been here for the last 2 weeks. I've been busy. So well done, Tom.
Where you been?
Where you been, man?
That's a good
Where
question.
you been?
Where you been, Alex? Where you
I've
been?
been busy.
You have lipstick on your collar, and you smell of perfume that's not mine.
Yeah.
Where you been, Alex?
Fuck you been?
Where was I last week? I can't remember.
I don't know.
You were
I think
We're
you're
watching football.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
that's right.
Okay, this brings me to a good point, actually. This is the reason why I wanted to bring it up. Okay, there we go. I'm back where I was meant to be. We were talking about inclusivity and the churches and what they agree and what have you. I feel like it's not just a religious thing at the moment, like because you may have heard in America that England lost against Italy to penalties, right? Which is like the English curse. We don't go to a tournament, we get knocked out by penalties. It's kind of like our thing. But what Gareth Southgate did, our manager, brought on three black players, young players, to make their moment in sport, to go out there and make history and to mark up, do their thing. One of them, Saka, who was 19, fucking 19 in front of the whole world, stood up with his big, massive testicles, took a fucking penalty and missed, right? Because it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
The next day, the papers, Facebook, it was just racism. Pure hate and racism. Marcus Rashford, okay, so I'm not talking football, I'm talking about the sort of the ethics behind it and stuff. Marcus Rashford is a Manchester United striker, young lad, still only 24. During lockdown, the government decided that they weren't going to fund free school meals that the kids would normally have in school while the schools were out. So the parents were out of pocket. So they weren't going to feed hungry children during the pandemic. Marcus Rashford raised £200 million in food donations around the whole country. He fed hungry children. This young guy is 24. He has a mural in Manchester because people love him. It was defaced. It was defaced by racists.
Wow.
A racist, a minority, honestly. So the community came together and they covered up where it had been defaced with flags, pictures, all these amazing things. So the community came together to slam a fucking racist, and then a mural designer came and fixed it. So we've had this amazing transition of, oh my God, football's really bad. Look at the racism. This is terrible. I can't believe people are saying this. To, wow, isn't this an amazing community that's very quick to oust the problem in an almost instant. It was just, and it's just a weird situation to see. Really
How did the papers take part in this racism that you're talking about? Like, I mean, maybe it's just because I'm American shit, and like our papers, they tend to be a little bit more PC. They're like, well, we don't really feel one way or the other. It's okay, whatever. So how? What do you mean?
Straight up, the news, the papers were kind of like, we don't tolerate this. This doesn't belong in football. And I'm sorry, Ryan. I know there's people in here that American that don't do sports. I'm not talking about the sports per se.
No. You're talking about like
I'm talking about
behind the sports.
The reason, one of the reasons why I stepped into American football and away from soccer or English,
because it rocks.
Is because of the community, because the minority, but a loud minority, are stuck in the 50s, right? You can't be black, female, or gay in football at all. It just doesn't exist because the hate is there. The hate is there, and it's apparent, and it's there. It's right in front of your face. So I kind of stepped away for a bit. Go on.
I don't blame you. Speaking of American football, have you decided on what team you're going to follow this year?
Yes, Arizona.
You're going to follow Arizona? Did we already decide that? I don't remember if we did that off season. Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to reach in your anus to pull it out or anything. I'm just saying. Like, I just want to make sure.
We did the spinny thing, didn't we?
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if that was last year. We do it. We've been doing a lot, which I really like. It's like one of my favorite things now is like everyone trying to convince Alex why you should watch a particular football team or not. Maybe baseball will be the next thing. Like, I mean, I've never watched cricket, but I feel like baseball is more exciting. In fact, it's so much more exciting than cricket because fuck cricket.
I'm going to say that. I mean, I don't like cricket, but you're not allowed to say that apparently.
Really?
So you guys should do gymnastics.
My wife loves gymnastics. Like she's like that girl that watched the Olympics and she watches it for particular sports. And then she's like, do you know how fucking difficult that is? Like that girl just did that. And you have no idea, Tom. You have no idea. I'm like, but it looks difficult. She's like, you don't understand. I'm like, all right, I don't understand. She's like, I'm going to the bedroom right now to show you how difficult. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's go show me.
Oh my.
Wow.
Okay.
I've tried.
We're going there.
I have tried, by the way.
Gymnastics or bedroom gymnastics?
Baseball.
Baseball. Gotcha. I'm sorry.
That's why I walk with a hunch. Is I tried some gymnastics once.
Alex he's doing the ribbon dance thing, and Kaz is like, "That's not what I meant by bedroom gymnastics." He's like, "Hold on. It looks like a heart." Kaz, look at it. It's beautiful. Yes, look at it.
We're gonna try bondage after this.
Look at the posture. Look at the posture.
10 out of 10. Scorecards. I'm sorry.
I tried watching baseball, and I'm sorry. I'd rather rub bleach in my eyes. It's so boring.
It's better live. Like I feel like all sports are better live, unless you go to soccer or football, apparently, because that's just dangerous. I've seen those games, dude. They are dangerous. I saw one video.
Is a shit ton of fun live.
Dude, like I saw the video that you posted. Football, Alex. Football. I saw the video that you posted. What were they doing? Were they trying to get into the game, or were they trying to get out of the game? What were they doing, Alex, when they were rushing?
Oh, in Wembley. So there was a breach in security, and they're trying to rush through. Now, this is a debate that's going on because some people are saying, "Oh, well, they wouldn't have got a seat if they'd have got through. They were being patriotic and standing up for themselves." But I was thinking, I watched the video, and there's at least a 60-year-old guy straight up full boring a 12-year-old kid in the face. Like it's on video. It's there. It's straight up full.
He's like, I like that seat, and he just starts punching the kid in the face.
And then there's a guy who looks Italian on the floor. There's about 4 or 5 guys around him kicking him in the head. I get it. But the thing is, I've worked in security, David. If you work in security, you know there's ways of restraining people, and there's ways of surrounding someone and kicking him in the head.
It's true. They are two totally different things. That is nowhere near the same thing. That's like, hold on. Baseball is so fun. Okay, once again, it's better live. Like I have not watched a baseball game since I was like 13 or something. But I've been trying to talk the wife into going to go watch minor league baseball this weekend because one, I love to do things in my family. Two, it's kind of like something I used to do as a kid, and I'd like to have my kids do it as well. I like when I was 11 years old, my parents brought us up to see the Montreal Expos play the New York Yankees, who was my team at the time, and it was so much fucking fun. Even though baseball is fucking boring as shit, I think it has something to do with the atmosphere, the crowds.
It's the people. It's the people you're sitting with. I mean, I don't like baseball. I can't stand it. But I remember. Okay, so I'm from Ohio. If anybody knows what the Mud Hens are,
Go Sooners.
I remember going to several of those Mud Hens games when I was a kid, and I was just like, oh my God, this is so cool. And then I tried to watch it on TV and it's like, it's not the same because you need that old guy who's like yelling at the pitcher, telling him, he can't throw. And then, 30 seconds going, yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. I was behind you the whole time.
I fucking love this team. It reminds me of The Simpsons when when Homer was talking shit about they're not the
isotopes.
The isotopes. Thank you. He's like,
he's like, they lost. They're losers. No, that was like, woo,
woo, not over. Fucking
and then commits manslaughter.
Yeah, I love that so much.
I want to go to a baseball game in Cuba. Cubans really are crazily obsessed with baseball. They make it so they don't serve alcohol at their drinks, but they make it so much fun. It's
and the
weird.
Japanese, dude. The Japanese and the Cubans are just they're phenomenal at fucking. And Brazilians, dude, they are amazing at baseball. Like they are like the way better than we'll ever be at baseball. And they have like such a diehard passion. I don't know if that's because they like integrated like some of our culture and that's why it's so big. And it's like the representation of the American pastime or whatever the fuck ever. Or if it's just that they're just so amazingly athletic and good that they're just like, fuck you, we're better at this than you.
Also, what's weird is like they have the fans of the teams from baseball in Cuba that meet up and they just argue with each other in public. It's
really like
it's a weird thing.
What, like Football Factory style?
What's Football Factory?
Like football firms, Green Street. Like
what's that?
Explain.
Green Street hooligans.
So okay, this is my problem with football. And I'm kind of Ryan said here that I don't do sports so much as much because people get into it and act like fucking morons. I agree. So a football firm is.
He likes hockey. He likes hockey though, so that's a sport, Ryan. I don't know if anyone's broken this down to you, my friend, but hockey is still a sport, even though it's a bunch of Canadians.
So a football firm is.
Canadians don't compete. I'm just saying.
Go, Alex. I heard you. Football firm is.
They're a group of hooligans, fucking knuckleheads, skinheads, idiots, and they protect the honor of their football team by beating up the other football team's firm.
That's crazy.
Die, man. People die. Like,
that's not the funny part.
These are the fuckers that are throwing chairs around and smashing up town centres. And this is what I was talking about when I was saying, like, if you were in a very small town in Europe and you played England and all you heard over the horizon was 30,000, I don't know, 10,000 English fans, it's coming home, like, you'd shit yourself. They literally destroy like whole town centres, like beer cans everywhere.
Is there anything, I want to go around the room, is there anything that you are so passionate about that you would start a football firm about? Is there something that you are... Quit it. I fucking love little balls in my hands, and when balls fly at my face, Tom, I
grab
just
my
so...
snatch, bitch.
It's a snitch. It's a snitch. It's worth 150 points. Alex, don't you fucking dare downplay the snitch. Harry Potter almost died for the snitch. You fuck. Red and yellow. Anyways, David? What's something that you are? So we'll go down, then to the right, then up, back, because Alex is snitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a sport.
Yeah, not anything in this life that you would be so passionate about that you would honestly argue with someone like to face and join up in the middle of the town center and start like rioting about it. What is something that you're that passionate about?
Johnny Depp.
Fucking of course. Fucking he was better in the first Pirates movie than the last.
He's always been better. He's always been the best, dude. But it's more about defending his innocence about this whole fucking abuse allegation shit.
Isn't that over now?
Nope, it's still going on.
Jesus,
nope.
I'm so glad that you're here. Our fucking our Johnny Depp correspondent, David Raby.
Hey, I'm co-correspondent on this.
Oh, well,
you too.
You guys should start a fan club, and then we can draw our fans. Be like,
We're gonna
Johnny
call
Depp
it
fan club.
correspondence. So
I love it. All right, Ore, what is something that you're so passionate about that you would literally meet in the center of a street and fight about? Is there a ghost
oh my
behind
god, no, there's so much.
Just anything. Just look at
Everything. Everything.
That's the wrong shade of orange. I'm gonna fight
No! Okay, if I had to narrow it down, I would be, oh my god, cookies, cupcakes.
That's amazing. Baked goods, Tom.
Biscuits.
Baked goods. Oh, what about biscuits? What about them, David? Are we talking gravy or are we talking sweets? You fuck.
Food. Probably the thing I would start a fan club about. Not that I don't have many already. But if I had to like start a fight with somebody out in the middle of anything, is that Amber Heard's a piece of crap.
Wow.
She is. She's a total cunt.
All right, so you two are on the one side of Johnny Depp. You guys can go fight everybody else in the world that thinks whatever it might be.
We got this.
But they're probably all joining you anyways. They're like, yeah, we agree. Fuck Amber Heard. And there's going to be a bunch of guys behind them like, yeah, fuck Amber Heard.
Like, she's the whole reason I'm not going to watch
Aquaman 2.
Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't believe they've carried on with her. There's so many people. She's so generic looking. They could have replaced her with literally anybody.
They could have replaced her with Kristen Stewart at this point.
Christina Hendricks should have been the person they switched her out with. They're like, okay, so we need a mirror that can't see, everywhere else. She's like, what's going on? Is there some sort of ocean or something past these things? I can't see anything.
Actually, you know who would have been a really good replacement? What's her name that was in I Am Number 4 and Warm Bodies? But like, she's glorious. She's a great actress. She's super pretty. Excuse me. Like, she would have been. I can't remember her name, but like, oh my god, like I have a girl crush on her.
Is that Emma Roberts?
Is it Emma? No.
I don't know. Fucking Alex.
She's got a normal sounding name.
Guy Ritchie.
She has long hair. Looks like a girl. I don't.
Me? Are we talking about me?
You don't have long hair, dude.
I did when I was in like I watched Dazed and Confused at like 13, and
Stoner Lab.
Well, no, I didn't go that far, but I wanted to live in the 70s so badly that I grew out my hair.
Oliphant?
Yes, Timothy Oliphant. He's the prettiest girl in Hollywood right now. He's brilliant. Alex, what is something that you would like, not toxically, but if somebody was to be like, I'm gonna stand in the middle of the street and argue about this, you would show up to
her name's Teresa Palmer.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's not a normal name. That's weird.
Ed and Eddie.
What?
Ed, it's not good show. People love that show. It's not good.
It's actually not bad. It's not bad.
No,
I mean, it's not. Dude, that's classic Cartoon Network.
People
I will
like,
show up in
my
the street.
And Gumball. Gumball's just fucking trash. People love
Gumball is
Gumball.
shit. Yeah,
I agree with
They're
that.
like, oh my god, Gumball! I love Gumball.
Oh, I like Chowder. I thought Chowder was kind of interesting.
Okay, let's put an umbrella under this. Current Cartoon Network graphics and cartoons. Fuck that shit. No,
I like Chowder. I like Chowder a lot. I think that's very interesting. Teen Titans Go. I support anything. Stop. I support anything that gets my kids more interested in superheroes. Okay, they're not really as much as I love superheroes and they are my world. My kids are not that much into it, but they love Teen Titans Go for how silly it is, and I can support that, dude. Fuck anything else. Yeah, shut that down really quick. You see what I argue about? I'm good.
No, I was waiting for somebody else to jump in. As much as I'm like a big fan of, decide what you like and really enjoy it, I don't understand the current humor. It is bland. It's more base.
It's because we're old. Do you understand these shows are not made for us? I just want you all to realize we're a bunch of adults arguing about something that's not made for us at all.
Meet me in the street after this, Alex.
We're
the Gumball thing.
It reminds me of that quote in The Simpsons where Grandpa Simpson's like talking to Homer. He's like, I used to be with it, but then it changed. I don't know what it is now. Now what I'm with is not it, and what is in is weird and scary to me. It'll happen to you.
It's so true.
But like they released the screenshots for the new Thundercats, and people are like, what the fuck have you done to Thundercats, man? Because this beautiful animation that they used to have. I mean, in comparison, it's beautiful to just these block figures and people that the current sort of Cartoon Network.
Well, it's so easy to put out. It honestly is.
It is.
That style of animation is so easy to crank out.
Invincible looked fucking stunning. Like, it looked beautiful.
Do you guys remember? Sorry.
No,
Go ahead,
go,
Alex.
go.
I was like, do you guys remember the X-Men animated series? That style of animation and shit? That fucking theme song, man. God damn.
We're so fucking old.
Oh,
Didn't
well,
Jimmy
no,
Top-
we just enjoy classics.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You don't
But
know
the
how old I
classics are the
am.
best.
I watched Solar Opposites on
Oh.
yeah, and that is beautiful looking thing. Rick and Morty looks beautiful, yet it's still modern. Yet
The wall!
There's still Cartoon Network.
I don't understand Rick and Morty.
Someone
I've-
remove Ore from the field.
Get her-
Give her a yellow card.
Get the fuck
Get a yellow
out.
card.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't have a yellow card, but this is yellow. This will do. Yellow.
Don't worry, you're in the same boat as Tom Stevens. We've had to do this to him as well. He'd be like, I don't understand anything. I live a life. And that's the thing is everyone's gotta remember is while we shame Ore and Tom for not watching things, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry that I'm doing real world things. Tell me more about the fake TV show you watch, you fucks. And we're like, yeah, my
So
bad.
I run social media and stuff for like 8 companies for you guys as well, you know. So if you guys give me less work and stop saying the F word all the time and
Fuck.
Whoa.
Keep-
I do
you
not
know-
fucking say fuck. Thank you very much. I say
I would never fucking say fuck.
I just don't have the time. I mean, I have to keep up with like what's happening with Loki and everything else is happening in the modern world, that people actually care about, not just Rick and Morty. And, I know what's happening. I just don't have time to watch it. And it's not my brand of humor. So it's not like high on my list.
that's fine. I think it just, I don't know why it speaks so like highly to like a lot of people. I obviously because it's very, very funny. It says a lot of like shit that I don't think can be said anymore while being very smart. It's the same reason I love Futurama for so long, but not in the raunchiest type of way. It's like if Futurama was like if Rick and Morty is the like after dark version of Futurama, where it's like it's smart, it's funny, it speaks to me in different ways, and it makes me feel feelings. And I think that's what's
It has
good
that-
about it.
that
Rick
South
and Morty
Park
does
effect.
make you feel.
It does make
Yeah.
me feel feelings.
But
There's a
see,
lot
I
of
didn't like
emotions.
South Park for a while.
George says those are so
Sewn.
fucking ridiculous.
Those are stone fucking ridiculous.
What is that in
to me.
reference to?
Everything.
Everything.
He's talking about the
Asking us not to
hostages
swear.
you took. He's talking about the
You mean the willing, slaves I keep in my room?
you can't say
We call them familiars.
Yeah,
We
a
call
white
them
woman
No.
saying that you have slaves. Wait a minute.
Yes,
In
Alex, yes, familiars.
context, we're talking, of the culture, the kink culture.
If you
Oh.
just for information, if you do want to become a USUK familiar, which is brilliant by the way, that's what we should call our fans because it's
Fuck
USUK
yes, fuck yes,
familiars.
fuck
Right.
yes.
Okay, our listeners and our fans are now called familiars. Okay,
I love
that
it.
just
I love
makes
it.
sense.
So
and Tom
good.
Bruno will suck you dry if you meet.
I
him
will.
in public.
I will. I will not say the F word while I do it though. I'll be like, this is delicious pie.
This is freaking good.
So
Hello
I
there.
think that's
Can I
creepier
use
though.
you as a juice box.
Because he's a Jew. Yeah, Ryan. For which one? The head or?
Yeah,
for the
I was
warrior?
like,
Either one's
we
good.
need clarification on what you were signing up for.
Both.
It's only taken us over a year to find a good name for our collective.
But that's an excellent name, and it comes up the same way that all the best shit comes up is on the moment. It wasn't like we sat there and planned for like hours what we should call people. It was like I was like familiars because I'm a witch. Yes, I like it.
I got that from.
But I'm
Barry.
a bit. Oh,
Whoa.
it rhymes.
What
Everybody knows I'm not a bitch though.
Bitch.
Like I'm like the nicest person, but I'm like I'm a bit. Oh, I'm not.
I'm a
Okay,
bitch.
so
I'm a
on
I'm
that
a lover.
topic-
I'm a child.
on that topic of being a bitch, I have been a bitch today because I had a bit of a the all the logos, the social media and everything is going to be launched for the next sort of week or so, but we are now allowed to talk about Podder. Hey. Look at that branding that made for us by Reach.
It's a
There's
beautiful
another one
looking
here
logo.
as well. It's amazing, isn't it? In fact, my graphic designer friend Ryan Perrin, who designed the Thorskin logo back a while ago, got in touch. Was like, "That's an amazing logo." So shout out to Ryan.
Yeah.
He came on our show once, got so drunk he could barely speak. It was. You were there then, weren't you, Tom? You were there. You drinking out
Maybe.
the Crystal Skull.
Oh, is that wow? That guy?
Yeah,
Excellent,
he was-
excellent guest. I love when people get
Anyway-
drunk.
Anyway, so we can talk about this now. But this morning, because it has all become a thing now, and I had so much to work on, I kind of flipped a little bit, and I was just kind of like, guys, I need help with this. There's this going on. I'm panicking a little bit. Help me. And people are like, how can we help you, Alex? I was like, I don't know. Just help me.
Hey, here's my son. Please watch him for a few hours. Here's my wife. Take her out on dates. I need these things done. And everyone's like,
Kaz,
yeah, totally.
let's go.
Yeah. Where's Kaz? Where's she been? She's in Louisiana with Ore. They've been doing a lot of conventions. I don't know what they're doing.
Girls weekends.
Girls weekend.
So yeah, I want to say thank you to you guys, my team, my USUK team, and a Team Biscuit as well, the Biscuiteers, because it was very much the same in that group as well. I was kind of like, guys, do stuff, and they're like,
and ladies.
Yeah, so I'm very passionate about this. I want this to go well. Honestly, I want to do with what's going on with Podded this year. I want to come back next year and have an influence on other podcasters and other content creators and have this thing grow. Well,
if you want to be an influencer, all you gotta do is download Instagram, because apparently that's all you got to do nowadays. My wife's been getting in
public.
Yeah, my wife's been getting in TikTok lately, which is really late to get in the game. But she'll like show me like TikToks of like our friends stuff. Like, look at this person say something funny that somebody else already said that was better, and I was like, interesting.
Yeah, right. I'm like,
But to kind of like go back to what Alex was saying, you gotta calm your roll, bro.
He does.
I
will be as a pod wife that I am. I will say that like if this was old Alex, this would have been like 1,000 times worse, because Alex used to let the shit really get to him, and it's taken a long time and a lot of like meditating and patience and like trying to understand that you got to let some things go. But I will tell you, brother, that you're doing far better in handling the situations than you would have in the past, man.
Yeah, I think once we get into like as far as the schedule is concerned, we're doing quite well. Like we've got like 3 spots left to fill for USUK and like 2 for the Biscuits. So the schedule is looking fantastic.
Okay.
He's finding sponsors now. So Tom has got some Vermont companies he wants to speak to.
I do.
There's plenty in Shrewsbury. Ori, maybe there's some place. I know Geeky Vengeance are going to do something.
Yes, we're going to sponsor an hour.
We're going to be doing a like an auction as well. So Ling and Davis had a meeting with him in the week, and they were like, excuse me, give us some stuff we can flog for a week or a month. So at the beginning of September, we're going to try and find a load of things that they can auction off, and then by the end of it, they can like, through the auction, we've made X amount of money. So it's not going to be a live auction, but it will be attached to Pod Aid, which is quite
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Well, like I was talking to the wife, and I was like, "Hey, let's get the babysitter, the au pair, to come watch the kids, so you can kind of go on like a go across Vermont, meet up with businesses, and like let's get some donations or whatever it might be to try to accomplish some shit, because I love Vermont. Like, this is not my home state. I am a New Yorker through and through, but I've really adopted the lifestyle of Vermont because there's so much about this place that I really hold dear. And a lot of the businesses need more attention as it is. And I really feel like because we're such a giving state and we're like a pretty understanding state, that I really want them to be involved with this. So I'm basically going to shame them into giving us something. Be like, listen, are you a Vermonter? Do you think that you're a Vermonter? Don't you think you should do more for your everything? And they're like, what's the charity? I'll be like, it's a UK charity. And they're like, oh, okay. So, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a great charity. So that's one thing that we have to like understand is it's what they learn, from fighting cancer and helping people with cancer over there. We're going to know about it over here. It's a kind of a hand. It's handshaking hands at this point. And
I have heard that this cancer thing has gone across the ocean. I have heard. Yes. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
There's a few people.
Yeah.
We're going to be speaking to. I'm not putting any pressure on you, Eddie. By the way, if you just in case you're watching, Mr. Eddie Pence. But like, we're going to try and get him to organise an hour of stand-up comedy as well. So,
that'd be fun.
Comedians watching this, we do want to bring an hour of comedy to proceed.
How raunchy you want? Because I know some comedians.
Well, this is what I want to speak to Ling and Davis. Well, they know that after 9 p.m. like we're not gonna like. As soon as it hits 9 o'clock, be like, fucking bastard! Hey, what's up, motherfucker?
That's the word you go for?
I was going to say, not fuck.
I was going to say the C word, but always told me I can't say that anymore. So, like, we can have it raunchy. I want comedy against cancer. like an argument against cancer. Like, let's tell people how much we hate cancer in a comedic way.
Cancer sucks.
Yeah,
It does.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what's going on with Pod Aid. That's what's going on with me. I'm being a bit of a bitch lately, but hey ho. Let's do a bit of Loki talk because I know we're dying to discuss this shit, and we're not going to do it with any spoilers because it's still
No spoilers.
plenty of time. I watched Black Widow as well the other day. Though we're going to be a few weeks before we even think about going to that because some people won't watch it until it's released free. So we're going to be respectful. But Loki has, I think it's carried on I think all the MCU shows so far have just been phenomenal, like in their own little way. Like Winter Soldier, and what?
In the Falcon.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that was equally just as good, but in a different way. It was like Falcon and the Winter Soldier reminded me of those old 80s cop dramas you'd like sort of watch, just for the fun of it.
Buddy cop, yeah.
Rolling over the bonnets and shooting people and stuff. That's kind of what that was. WandaVision was kind of kept people guessing. And Loki, oh my God, I think it's been the best one out of the four of them.
I like that WandaVision show though, bro.
But I feel
I love that
Tom
WandaVision
Hiddleston
show.
for me is just spellbinding, and they've had some amazing performances. Like Richard E. Grant as classic Loki. By the way, that's a bit of a spoiler.
Excellent.
We're a little out from that, so I mean we can talk about some classic Loki.
Matthew Howarth says, hi all. I'll be speaking to Matthew in a couple of weeks at the Battle of Shrewsbury. He was on our show. We talked about the medieval war. Yeah, and they brought swords and shields, and they were wearing chainmail. And
they had a trebuchet, which was really awkward to have on the show.
Bruno got a war hammer yet.
Yeah, I do. It's more like a war mallet, but yeah, it's a war hammer. Right?
It's a war AR-15.
It's a miniature from, Warhammer the game.
Oh yeah, that is a game, isn't it? My God, that'd be amazing. No, I don't have a Warhammer. Do you know how expensive that shit is? By the way, even replicas, they're just like, hey, do you want a sweet ass hammer? I'm like, fuck yeah, I want a sweet ass hammer. They're like, all right, so that'd be $400. I'd be like, fuck you. Yeah. I don't want a hammer that bad.
Make your own.
I don't have time. I want to make maple syrup this year. I've come across that. I know this is completely off of Loki
Canadian?
talk. Yeah, well, I'm on the Canadian border, David, as you fucking know. But like, if anyone's paid attention to anything I do, we have chickens. We like to do a lot of like stuff like that. And the other day, I ran out of syrup. I was like, man, syrup's expensive. Wait a minute, I got fucking maple syrup trees outside, and people have been giving me so much shit for saying maple syrup trees. Which I'm like, fuck you. What do they give you?
I'm hunting maple syrup trees. I can just imagine him like Elmer Fudd. I'm hunting maple syrup trees. There's one,
but he's got a tap instead of a little gun. He's got a tree tap.
Scare the tree.
I use a gun that shoots taps. I'm like, there we go. I got it.
I got to make a hole in this tree.
But I thought it was gonna be a lot of fun, like because me and the wife went walking through our woods and we looking for trees and stuff. And I thought it was gonna be like
looking for trees.
I thought it was gonna be like bring out a book and be like, look at the bark on this one. This one must be. She's just like, no, maple, maple. I'm like, oh, so you know what they are? She's like, yes, Tom, the trees. I'm like, all right, fucking A. Then she sprayed me in the face because I'm a tree. I'm a piece of wood.
Anyway,
it's more like a tool, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We digress from
yes, Loki.
Okay.
So the wonderful thing about like everything that's come out of Marvel recently, you have WandaVision, which was about grief. You had Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which has been about redemption, and Loki is all about personal growth. And oh my God, like. Tom Hiddleston, I don't think there could have been a better Loki. There's no way they could have cast him better.
Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson is just phenomenal. If you've not seen the show, by the way, go and watch it. Because you don't.
Thank you for not saying wow. in the show. No, in the show, I'm thanking Owen for having it in his contract that he doesn't have to say wow.
He's like, wait, wow. It's not in the contract.
No, sit the fuck down. We got some things to talk about, Mr. Wilson. He's fantastic.
He didn't say ka-chow either, which I don't know. I was a little sad about that.
Tara Strong is fantastic in it as well as Miss Minutes. She's a clock. She's talking a clock. They're like, what can we get for one of the most prominent voice actors on the planet? We got this clock character.
Was
You know?
that? But that's Tara Strong's like introduction to the Marvel universe, though. I mean, because the thing about that
That's
character
right.
is much like a Vision, where Vision started off as just a voice you're hearing. It could become anything you want it to be. So for all we know, Miss Clock's going to be the next superhero. She's like, I'm the Clock Queen, and you're like, isn't that a DC thing? No, and she's going to clock around. Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird that we've got Harley Quinn now in the MCU as well.
Yeah, I'd agree. She wasn't she also she did something else too.
Batgirl.
Yeah, Batgirl, fucking God, she does everything.
Powerpuff
She's
Girls.
Powerpuff Girls. She does so much, dude. She's all over
awesome.
the place.
She is the
DC Hero Girls, where she's Batgirl. Baby Shark. She's in Baby Shark.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And she was Hello Kitty. She's a bunch of things, dude.
Yeah,
like
she's
everything.
talented. She's such a great voice
Raven in
actor.
Teen Titans as well. No way.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So welcome to the Tara Strong Hour. We're your hosts, where we give you the list of everything that she's done ever.
We just gush over everything she's ever done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, because she. Oh, thanks.
We know you do. We know you do, Ryan.
Ryan says he owns a sword, and I hear he's got a motorbike as well. So sword plus motorbike equals fucking hellbat, man.
Yeah.
Get some jousting going on.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
Ryan,
gosh.
George says, that's awesome. I'd love to go something like that. Of course, talk about the Battle of Shrewsbury. Well, don't worry about it, guys, because we will be there. USUK will be there. If it's just me, even if it's just me, I don't care. I don't know if TS is coming. We're going to be there on USUK and Biscuit capacity. We're going to take a studio, and we've got a marquee, and I've got hotspot on my phone, so we can hopefully do some live StreamYard shit from the battle itself. So
I'll be there. I'll show up with you, and I'll be like, "What's going on, Alex? Pick up the laptop. I can't see." And then they're gonna be like, "Witchcraft!" And they're gonna shoot an arrow at your laptop.
Tom and I will show up in a Huey helicopter, like America's coming now too, boys.
Fuck it, this is how we do wars.
Smell of chainmail in the morning.
Just rope down, be like, "Where's the oil?"
I get this feeling we don't really want to talk about Loki because we keep going back to the.
Well,
Welcome
it's because
to USUK.
it's full of spoilers, and it's kind of hard to talk about something that's like
Yeah, I know.
that we're very passionate about without bringing out all the cool instances that have come up so far. Loki is lots of fun. If you love Marvel, if you like the Thor movies, if you like anything that is Marvel right now, you will love Loki because it just speaks to you on a level that is very understandable. It's all about like you were saying, it's all about character growth, and that's something that I personally love. I love watching Rick and Morty for seeing character growth, which is something so interesting to say about a cartoon, but it's true.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
one thing that I've really enjoyed about Marvel in general is they're kind of breaking away from their superhero, formula. And I mean, we started seeing it with WandaVision. And then we kind of like fell back into it, Falcon and Winter Soldier. But with Loki, they broke it again, which has been glorious, wonderful to watch, and
Glorious purpose.
the glorious purpose that now Loki is.
I find that I like the shows that are. I agree with what you say. I find that I like the shows more that are not, beat 'em up. Like I only watched 2 episodes of Falcon Winter Soldier. It's nothing against the show personally. It's just like, okay, I've seen this pretty much. Like I know what's going on. I've seen this, and I think that they're really great side characters. I just don't, I just didn't really dig the show. But things like WandaVision, things like fucking Loki, which are about side characters, but they're far more than about the beat 'em up, smash them and all that type of shit. It is far more appealing to me to see the inner workings, because that's what old Marvel comics were, right? Like it wasn't just about the fights, which were excellent. They were a lot about the interpersonal fucking dealings with the characters and shit. And that's what these shows also do. And I feel like the Netflix shows did that very well also. If you watch Jessica Jones, a Daredevil, a Punisher, like of course it had all that stuff in it, just like these shows do, but they also had so much more. It felt far more comics to me than it did ever in the movies. And that's not to say the movies are bad. They're great.
Yeah,
Well, and I think that's one thing, like that with Disney kind of taking the reins over what's happening with them now. Like it's going to be more of there's going to be a lot less continuity errors. Everything's going to kind of flow better together, and they're going to fix their own mistakes. And I think that's kind of hopefully what we're going to get more of.
What they've done now though is they've given them license to make mistakes, because they'll be like, oh, it's part of the multiverse, it's fine.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
oh, it was part of Loki when she sent back those devices. You know, that's what happened. By the way, they haven't even covered. That was a bit of a spoiler, by the way. I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
what I want to see is like an X-Force type spin-off with Jimmy Woo and Jimmy Woo with what's his name, Casey and Zemo, just going out and fucking shit up.
Guys, I have news, and it's everywhere, so it's not a spoiler. But they did premiere Deadpool as being part of the MCU. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
What the fuck is this? Yes!
Oh,
That's a very pixelated.
Oh, that looks like
picture.
crap.
What the fuck was that?
I
Yes.
don't know.
That was terrible.
Was that Jesus? Did Jesus do that?
It was for some reason I downloaded the picture and it was like you can have it in like 4-bit.
here's a crayon drawing.
Welcome to the Sega version. Of
Yeah, we're going back to Sega.
Sega.
Oh, it's so great.
Oh my god! But now he's canon.
Yeah.
Which means hold on. We're thinking bigger here. Like, this is fan theory shit, and I'm all about it. Oh, that looks better. Thank you.
There we go.
Okay, so the next big thing that's coming is the X-Men into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm telling you right now, as a fangirl, I'm a little wet. I just fangasmed everywhere.
Yeah, it's that's very exciting, man. That video is fucking amazing, by the way. It's got Deadpool reacting to videos, and you got Korg with him, and they're like, "Oh yeah,
A free guy."
That's Taika Waititi." And Korg's like, "Oh, is he? Oh, he looks great guy." I love that so much. Go and watch it. It's on our fan page.
How great would it be if Deadpool turned out to be Noob? What the fuck was his name?
New Master 69.
Yeah. How great would that be? Fucking.
Someone keeps calling me a dickhead again.
I'm here for it. I'm here for that fan theory.
Yeah, I like it.
But we got promised a lot more Korg, and we haven't seen a lot more Korg. They said you're going to see.
But
Korg
okay,
a lot
we
more,
have to understand. There's so much coming out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But really, there's so much coming out. I mean, we have The Legend of the Nine Rings come out. We have Snake Eyes. We have Hawkeye. We have so much that's coming out. Like,
Snake Eyes, a Marvel thing? I thought. Well, I mean, technically it is because like it's a Marvel comic, but I thought
Yes.
Snake Eyes was really like a GI Joe thing. Isn't it like a Hasbro deal?
Snake Eyes is a boogeyman thing.
yeah.
What?
Nightmare Before Christmas. Snake
Ryan
Eyes.
says-
Oh
know
gosh!
who
Aha! Wow, deep hole.
But I mean, there's so much coming. I'm going to tell you right now, since Disney owns it, they could tie it into the Marvel Cinematic Universe in some way.
Disney owns Snake Eyes.
Doesn't it? Don't they?
I don't think they own Hasbro. I thought Hasbro. I mean, like, if anyone knows better than me,
I'm gonna
I mean,
look.
you might be right. You might be right, dude.
I mean,
don't
I am
fucking know.
part of the Hasbro universe. Technically.
Yeah, it's true. It's still that's Parker Brothers. You fucking tool. You're not part of the
which is owned by Hasbro.
Is it? I retract my statement.
Thank you.
That just got so serious. That got
Owned by
so
Disney?
serious. I don't
Hasbro,
know.
no, they're starting their own thing. All we know is that Hasbro owned Death Row Records. We discovered that one.
Yeah, the new Tupac movies would be excellent. It's gonna have
Yeah.
Transformers in it.
Google it, man. Yeah, Hasbro owned Death Row Records. They bought the company that owns Death Row Records, so
That's
they kind
awesome.
of bought it
How-
by proxy.
How great would it be like to show like a clip back in the 90s and there's a boombox right there and fucking Tupac's like saying like I fucked you a bitch, you fat motherfucker, take money, and all of a sudden it turns into that sound wave transformer and he's like, I don't like your lyrics. He's like, whoa, it's a transformer. And then Mark Wahlberg comes out and he's like, I got backwards pants on, yo, and it's
I
all
would definitely watch a Death Row version of Transformers. Just a bunch of low riders just bounce up and down the street.
Fucking,
I was
oh my
wrong.
God.
they
That's
aren't
okay.
they aren't a Disney.
I'm
But I
wrong
mean, there's so
100%
much
of the
coming
time.
out.
So
Like,
yeah.
there's
Blade,
so
man.
much coming out that it could be. It could be. They could be trying to tie it in. That's my story. And I'm sticking to
I love Blade. I forget about Blade every time that it gets brought up. But dude, Blade to me so good. I miss the Vampire Hunter Blade. It's so good, so good.
Okay,
so
so I rewatched the original Blade movies, and they still stand to the test of time.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, going back and watching Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, he was good. I like the third one. A lot of people say that they don't like the third one. It's excellent.
It's actually really good. So one thing I really like about the old Blade movies is, like, first off, it's a black-led, character. The references to the time, like, even though they're like kind of cement, when it is, like, it still reads like a classic. Like, it's there and it's still relevant today on what's happening, and it's so good.
But wouldn't Deadpool suit really well in a Blade?
Yes, he would.
Film,
I think
where
you can
he's
drop
speaking
him
to
anywhere.
Blade, and he's giving him tax forms to fill out. Make sure you fill these out, guys. Wesley Snipes dig that.
It's very important you pay this. Yeah.
But what would be hilarious is, Ryan Reynolds, saying something about his character who was in the Blade movies, be like, "Oh God, who is this tool?" Or something.
He was Hannibal King.
He was Hannibal King, yeah.
Hannibal King, yeah, and he's actually like a more prevalent character than they like to give him credit. And that's the thing about Blade, is they kind of like bring up really important characters like a Deacon Frost, who is a Marvel character. He's an immortal. He's not so much a vampire; he becomes a vampire later on, but he's an immortal, and he's in a lot of Marvel. And that's the best thing about Marvel, is they're like, bring it all together, and that's what they're doing right now.
Oh, and they're bringing like some of the obscure stuff, like, people don't know about, and that's what I'm really enjoying about Marvel.
Because Nebula is a very obscure character.
Obscure character, Star-Lord, for fuck's sake, dude.
I mean, I like to see some Squirrel Girl. I gotta say, I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
If they bring out some Squirrel Girl, like, she needs to. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you can't get Deadpool to do the little cameos that Stan Lee used to do, I think they should be Squirrel Girl.
Because she's the last character that Stanley created. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I like it. I think that we should make our own Marvel movie.
Oh yeah,
let's do it. I'm down.
Trailer type things.
Yeah, definitely.
Remake.
Well, dude, I've seen a lot of fan films on fucking YouTube that are sometimes better than actual films themselves. Have you seen like some of the Predator like short movies they've made before?
No.
Dude, or like the trailer for Grayson, which was when there was like this weird Batman hiatus in between the Schumacher films and the Christian Bale films, or the Nolan films, I guess you want to talk about. But anyways, they made this really cool trailer called Grayson, and it was made for nothing, and it looks amazing. So like, if anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, go to YouTube really quick, type in Grayson trailer, and it was made so fucking long ago, but it's so cool. Like,
do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember that Power Rangers trailer they made?
Yes.
Before the Power Rangers? I was like, why can't we have this?
Dude, it was so much better than the movie they made. I don't know what the fuck.
Or the Beetlejuice 2 trailer that was supposedly for the movie, but wasn't. And like, everybody's like, "Oh my God, we're actually getting a Beetlejuice 2," and no, we're not.
Well, the thing is though, they talked about Beetlejuice Goes to Hawaii, since like the early 90s and shit. So like, it's a thing that was actually has a script and everything, but they've just never got the chance to go through it. I feel the like way Michael Keaton is nowadays, that they could really pull off. He's just like, fuck it, I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I mean, he's coming back as Batman.
Oh, you got to do it 3 times I'm out here.
Michael Keaton.
I feel like Warner Brothers have definitely shot themselves in the foot by casting Amber Heard in Aquaman. I feel like that is a fuck you. We don't give a shit about you fans. That's basically what that means.
It's that, and then also the fact that they're like supporting domestic violence. They fired Depp from the Fantastic Beasts franchise because of him losing the case in the UK.
And that was just against the
NGN, the news group, yeah.
Which is a reason for the lawsuit, because he's made lots of earnings, isn't he? Because of this.
Well, he's still getting the money. He's just not getting like the money that usually goes past the being in the movie. Like, he's not getting the royalties and the stuff that would normally come, and the merchandising options and all that stuff. And I really feel he got gypped. He absolutely got gypped.
I'm not quite. Because I've kind of separated. I'm all DC, you know that, guys. I love my Batman and shit, right? But I've kind of separated myself from the Warner Brothers shit because of what's been going on. Are they making a Shazam movie and a Black Adam movie, or are they both the same movie?
That's a good question. I think
don't
that
know.
they're two separate movies, which is stupid because Black Adam is a fucking Shazam character. They don't know what they're doing. We've said this 1,000 times, but the only thing that's good that comes out of DC anymore is the animated stuff. The animated stuff is fucking gold. The movies they make are garbage.
I don't know. The one I have to give it to him, I did like Shazam. Shazam was, but
Yeah.
I mean, now that they're making more of it, they're gonna ruin it.
Yeah, 100%.
They're like,
I'm
oh,
at
they
the
like
point
it.
now
Keep
where
making them.
Suicide Squad is going to be released this month, and I really don't give a shit about it. I really don't care. I'm like,
And it sucks because Margot Robbie is phenomenal as Harley.
Mhm.
They just can't get their stuff together.
I prefer it in the bubble bath.
I don't like what they did with Harley just because I don't like how much they sexed her up. That's my only problem with it. And that's like, I'm a guy that can appreciate some beauty and stuff. It's just that they turned it from like me and my wife had this talk about like she agrees with me and like of course she does. She's my wife. Thank you. But like we like classic like Batman the Animated Series Harley because you don't need to fucking like show off her titties to make her a great character. She's already a phenomenal character. She's already got her own personal story and you don't
honestly,
need to do that.
And unfortunately, she was sexier until Margot was like, "I'm not freaking doing this." Like I just had another discussion on another podcast about how DC is really ruining their characters by oversexing them. They're trying to do it with Wonder Woman. You can't.
She doesn't need to be sexy. She doesn't. She's a strong female lead. She does not need to be sexy.
That her confidence and her abilities is what makes her fucking sexy. She doesn't
exactly. The fact that she can kick your ass and tie you up that interests every BDSM dude out there. Ever like she doesn't need anything else. She's a dom, bro. She's a complete dom.
I'm not being funny, but Gal Gadot can turn up in trackies and a spaghetti top, and I'd still be like, "Hell, fucking Gal Gadot." I'm not being funny, like.
But honestly, she's not as sexy as she was, and she's provocative in a way that a lot of women. I'm telling you from a woman's perspective, she's provocative in a way that we feel comfortable with, and that Margot feels comfortable representing. And I have to give props to her because she stood up for herself on that.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah. Let's go through some of the comments. Ryan did say earlier we already know who Noob Master is. Do we?
Didn't they do like this funny like meme where it was Loki when he's like, who's this new master, and they show Loki going something like that.
Yeah, but it's not.
George says they had a tax joke in Expendables, did they?
Yeah, they definitely did have a tax joke in Expendables. I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw
says, watch Dirty Laundry. It's Punisher short with Thomas Jane.
Yes, it fucking is. It's excellent. It's excellent. It all takes place in a fucking laundromat. It's excellent.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah,
I think I've seen that. I've definitely seen that. George says the original script was in Hawaii.
Yes, it was.
Oh, for Beetlejuice
goes to Hawaii. Yeah, Beetlejuice goes to Hawaii.
And Ryan says Shazam was good. Ryan, by the way, Ryan says something is good.
Oh, it must
I know.
be good. Shit.
He agrees with me almost all the time.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's so he's like, oh, already said it. It must be great.
And Tom Alex says I look great with glasses.
Yes, I agree. Let's all talk about Alex's glasses for a second. It keeps semen from flying in his face, which is the most important part of wearing glasses.
She says, "Baby need glasses."
Stop. She's saying that because one time a doctor said I might need glasses, but I didn't need to wear them, and I was like, I'm not going to wear them just to be cool.
I don't mean to overstep here because I think of you like a brother. But is she saying you need glasses because I'm wearing glasses? I mean,
I think so.
I know,
think
like
so.
this is starting to feel uncomfortable.
It's a bit of
Alex. Put the glasses on.
She's gonna call me Alex. She's like, oh, tell me you're on Monopoly board. I'm like, but I'm not. She's like, say. I'm like, all right, I'm on Monopoly board.
When you finish, just shout peace out. Just shout peace out. Peace out. Peace out.
Oh my god, I feel in this weird polyamorous relationship now I didn't have to be in.
No. Apart from Tommy's mine, of course. You all know
yeah, it's true. He did get. There was a really funny message you sent me the other day. You're like, so I love Shauna, you know I do, but tell her to stop proclaiming her love for you so much because you're mine. And I'm like, that's really Oni right there. Like,
no, let's say how it was sent. We all know you're mine.
We all know.
Dot, bitch.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't like the slander involved in that, Alex. It hurt my feeling. Fucking. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Let's do some selling shit. We got stuff to sell on this. Not sell, but to talk about.
Yeah. Sell.
I want to give a huge shout out to our guest on What's the Difference that we released on Monday, Mr. Cody London. He came on the show, survival instructor, not a survival expert. Hates that phrase. And he was an amazing guest. We talked about the responsibilities that come with becoming a survival instructor, and how it is, because like, he worked for Discovery Channel, then he didn't work for Discovery Channel because he was calling out all the bullshit. From what I gather, we're talking about how people like Bear Grylls are actually quite dangerous because they teach people these false facts, and people go emulate someone like Bear Grylls and end up getting hurt, or if not dead. So we talked about it with him about that. It was a very, very good interview. So make sure you check that out. Go on, David.
Oh no, I was just listening.
He was burping. Okay. He's like, I'm drinking a whole skull, and I'm just really full. He's gonna start filling the skull back up right now.
It's done now.
Yeah, he sounds so sad.
And the guys from Chronicles, Jamie and Tom, have spoken to Noel McNeil, who is Bear in the Big Blue House, I believe.
Oh,
yeah. So
I thought that was like a sexy picture from a club. He's like, I'm in a Bears club, and this is.
That's right, isn't it? That's Bear in the Big Blue House. Is that right?
Yeah, that's definitely Bear in the Big Blue House. I didn't.
It won't come off the screen. It won't come off the screen. It's crashed.
It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck.
And just today, we released Yelling at Clouds #1, which is This Am I. We've already had some great reviews for this show. We've been planning this for fucking weeks, if not
Ever.
months. And it's Eric Pfluger's very own show. Are you trying to take that off, Tom? What's going on? Take that off for me.
Yeah, sure. I can do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
I couldn't do it. You did it, and not me. You have the power. I have the power.
I don't know why it's not fucking okay. There we go.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
So we've been recording some sessions with Eric, and they're very much like.
I didn't do that. It's fucking amazing. How's it keep coming back?
Is it back?
It needs to remind us.
It's back. It's back. The bear is back.
How's it going on? I'm not touching anything.
Even if I remove him, it doesn't go away.
I think he's frozen. Alex is frozen.
I don't know. It's witchcraft. Alex is like, no hands.
He just poof. He just Doctor Strange this.
For this podcast, I got instructions. Okay, get yourself comfortable, get yourself in a little bubble, nice and relaxed, and then press play, because you will enjoy this podcast in a relaxed setting. George messaged me today, and he expressed his love for this because he really enjoyed it. Because the Star Wars specials that Eric did are very much loved by our fans. So it was always going to be a great addition to the USUK thing. So Yelling at Clouds, make sure you watch. So every 2 weeks we're going to be releasing them, and the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to release it on YouTube and give it a few days, and then release the audio on a Sunday, because I want you guys to go to YouTube, subscribe, and just have a look at what's on there. Because if you've never been to our YouTube channel, literally it's amazing, just a collection of array of wonderful video bits that we've got. And that's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. Ori, talk to us about Geeky Vengeance.
So I've finally launched the Voice of Geeky Vengeance, which will be talking about all things nerdy, including events that are happening around the world at this point, because apparently I've been invited to come to England. So to have tea with some girls and have a deep discussion about females in fandom. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon. As soon as I have more information on that, of course I'm gonna come see my family there in the UK. So and actually Eric Pfluger also did the artwork for my logo as well. I don't know.
He's just a darling, isn't he?
He's the best. He's like, he volunteered to help me, and I was like, I love you, and I'm sending him cookies. It's my bestie. But we are also the end of this month, Geeky Vengeance is going to be at MechaCon in New Orleans, which is the last MechaCon that we're ever going to have. So we're super sad about that, but we're sending it out with a bang. If you guys cannot join us in New Orleans for that day, we'll be live streaming panels and events and contests throughout the weekend. So make sure you tune into Geeky Vengeance and see what's happening there.
Cool.
That sounds awesome.
And David, you've got an anniversary coming up for Speakeasy, right?
It's our 100th episode coming up. for
Yeah.
Speakeasy Gentlemen.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Episode.
I think is it tomorrow?
22nd.
Thank you. You know better.
They invited me on, so I was kind of like, yeah,
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. So yeah, but you can catch us tomorrow again, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube. As always, bring your drinks and come have a laugh with us.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so I do want to tell you guys about Pod Aid again, very quickly. Tom, you got something to say first? Do you want to?
No, it's
So
just I was just gonna just website. No, you're good, but it's just website stuff. Go ahead.
We'll do the website at the end. So we have this amazing Pod Aid 24-hour podcast that we're going to be doing. I've been talking about it for a very long time, but it's like the business end of things now. Like it's literally 90 mile an hour now until we get it all in. Like I want the schedule done and finalized by the end of July. But it's looking really good. So at 9 a.m. on the 29th of September, we're going to go live with the Shrewsbury Biscuit. We're going to do 12 hours up until 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Then the lights dim a little bit. Then it's the USUK half of this amazing 24-hour event. And we're not going to stop until 9 a.m. on the 30th of September, which is International Podcast Day. And the guys, Dave Lee from International Podcast Day in LA, is very aware of what we're doing. He's going to feature on the show. So he's coming on. We've got an amazing bunch of guests. We're going to look to raise as much money as possible for a great charity in Lincoln Davis. You can see their logo there. They're a cancer fund, and they do amazing things, making sure people's lives are made as comfortable as possible and they get the treatments they can get for cancer patients. So please support us. And if you do want to support us and you do want to drop us a message, you can do that via our website.
Oh my God! Did you say website, Alex? Fucking amazing. Hey guys, we have a website. No. And you can too. I'll tell you about that in a second. We have this amazing website, usuknetwork.com, where you can find all of our amazing shows like this show right here, Wednesday Night Live, starring these fine people and myself. We come every single Wednesday, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or that's 9 o'clock across the pond time. We also have What's the Difference podcast. We showed you that logo a little bit earlier. Last episode was Cody Lundeen with me and Alex Whiteley. We bring on amazing guests and we just kind of learn a little bit about each other every single episode. It's a good time. Well, there is USUK Chronicles with Jamie Westwood and Tom Stevens, a couple of best friends that bring on some amazing guests, and you get to hear about people that I've never heard about, and you get introduced something new every single day. The last episode was the guy from the Bear in the Big Blue House, which was phenomenal. We have the newest show to our network, which is Yelling at Clouds, and that is Eric Pfluger and Alex Whiteley. Eric Pfluger is a brilliant artist from Florida. You might recognize him from Hollywood Babylon or any of the Smodco type related shows. He is just a darling gentleman, and the fact is, if you want something soothing for your way home, then he is definitely the show to check out. And all of this stuff is on usuknetwork.com, which was made for us by our good friends over at weborchard.com. WebOrchard.com, guys, is a website building what platform?
Site.
I guess site. Thank you. Yeah. Well, site really. It's not really a platform. Site. They what they do is if you need a website, because everyone does. If you have a business, if you want to promote yourself more so than just using social media, then you need a website, and there's no better people to do so than WebOrchard.com. They don't really care what you're doing, and I'm not saying they don't care about you. What I'm saying is they will support you no matter what. If your business is a little kooky, they will build you a fantastic website that is fun and functional. If you go to our website right now, you'd be like, wow, this website's built so well. It's not because me and Alex worked our balls off for it. It's because they built it for us. So whether you have an OnlyFans, an Etsy, you have pictures of your cats and your dogs and your friends, it doesn't really matter what you need a website for. The fact is you need one. So you should reach out to weborchard.com right now, have them build you a fantastic website, and drop our name. Be like, hey, USUK guys sent me.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Well done. And I did have somebody ask me as well not long ago, I need a website. And I was like, well,
Call up Tom Bruno.
Tom, this guy that wants to hear about the website.
Also, as well, I'm very sorry to do this shameless plug, but yeah, tomorrow I will be live on the radio again for Naughty Talk.
I was listening last week. It's excellent. I did. I joined up. And you can join the Discord too, which is a lot of fun.
The Discord is fantastic.
With Alex Whiteley.
Naughty Talk with Alex Whiteley. It's a radio show that starts from 7 p.m. in UK time till 10 p.m. UK time, and it's all Naughty's music. We have a great time. Ryan Berger's got in on it now. Matthew Harris says, "Does Tom use it for his OnlyFans?"
I do. I totally do.
I love that.
Support me because I need money.
It's all feet pictures.
Be his sugar daddy.
Ryan Berger is great for Naughty Talk, by the way, because we all just sit and have a good fun on Discord. We just take the mick out of each other and have fun time. But Ryan's always like, "Oh, I don't like this song. Oh, this is terrible." So I said to him, "Right, okay, you can be a DJ by proxy. Give me 4 songs that you want to play, and we call it Ryan's Corner." So he supplied me 4 songs every week that we can call Ryan's Corner. So then you can give him grief if you don't like his music. So make sure you join me on Naughty
I
Talk.
like it, Ryan. You know how I feel. Friends forever.
SplashDamageRadio.com. Right, let's get the no, sorry, that's wrong. Splash Damage Radio. Is it .co.uk? Fuck. Splash Damage Radio. Just type in Splash Damage. It's .co.uk. There you go. Splash Damage Radio.
I just saw this really quick. So this is Rick and Morty. I prefer love. No, I prefer real love. Yeah. If anyone had seen the latest Rick and Morty, that's hilarious. Yeah. So you don't know what I'm talking about.
Did you just spoilers?
No, it does because there's not enough context for it to be spoiling. So,
Hello.
I'm all about Planet Tina.
My titty boobies. my elbow titties.
oh my god, that's so great. Hello, goodbye.
Hello. Right, yes, goodbye. Let's get the fuck out of here. Thank you very much for your comments, guys. Thanks for listening. And make sure you catch us next week. This has been, I was going to say, what's the difference? And this has been USUK Live. I've been Alex Whiteley.
David.
I'm David Raby.
Ori.
I'm Lori Kimbler.
And I am David Raby.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm